Hey everybody, we're reaching the end of our 42-day Colorado boondocking adventure. And if you haven't watched last week's video, we go into a lot more details about all the fun things that we've been able to do and the beautiful location that we're in. But one of the things when you're out this long boondocking that you have to deal with, not just water, but it's waste tanks. And when you're only doing, I mean, we have a large waste tank, the large Camco, and it's 36 gallons. Let's do the math. You're gonna be dumping that. You're gonna be dumping that a lot, and the dump station is about 25 minutes away. So not something I really cared to do all that much, but I didn't have a better solution until today. So we're going to show you that new solution. We are super excited about it. We think it's the best thing ever, and it's less expensive than the Camco Tote.
Big plus, big plus. But we're also going to take you along on a really great day that we had up at Saint Elmo in the mountains here, visiting a ghost town. So come along with us. We're going to share a little bit of our last adventures here in Colorado, and we can't wait to take you along.
Let's go. Okay, so we mentioned in last week's video that we may have found a new waste tank solution that was much better than the old 36-gallon Camco big piece of plastic that we've been carting around for the last 2 years. And I think we found it. So you could pick this up on Amazon. Actually, we're going to shout out to some of our viewers, Clifford and Anna. They sent us an email and said, hey, we found a better solution. And it's this thing folds down into a box about like this big. So we'll be able to put this into just another plastic bin like we like to put a lot of our stuff. But it's 143 gallons. So I just emptied 2 full black tanks and 1 full kitchen tank into this. And it seemed like it could have kept going, but I was like, oh, that seems like enough. So here's how it works. So we've got the macerator pump that's hooked. Now, you could put the macerator pump in different places. Some people like to put it up by their truck. They've got the connection, the 12-volt connection that you could do with your truck. I don't have one of those, but I do have a couple 12-volt batteries sitting around, so I prefer just to use those. So the macerator pump, it essentially, if you're not familiar with the macerator pump concept, it kind of like, it's almost like a garbage disposal is how I like to think of it. It kind of grinds up this stuff, and it goes through. I have just a inexpensive water hose. I like these water hoses instead of those little flexible ones or whatever, because I just think that the water or the waste or whatever flows faster. Now, this thing, it's not really made for this. It's made for water. I think they use it on farms and stuff and that kind of thing, but it can absolutely work as a waste tank. So they provide this, and I think that was about it. And then it just had a cap on this. So you definitely have to do some mods of your own. So what I did is I went to the hardware store, but we're going to put links to all this stuff because I had to get a hardware store employee involved, and it took a while. It took me probably an hour to put all this stuff together, but we can shorten the learning curve for you. So I bought another one of these, a valve. You definitely want a valve, and then you basically have to get an adapter. You've got to figure out all your adapters to where you get to where it'll make a garden hose fitting, and then you're doing something sort of similar down here, but a little bit different. So this is a hose. I think this is definitely an RVer hose. This is made for macerator tanks. So I got one of these. They come in all different lengths. This one's 15 feet. I hope I don't regret that. I hope it's not too short, but they're kind of pricey, I thought, for essentially a hose. And it's, I think it was around $30. Oh, before I forget, this thing, as massive as it is, was only $62. Now, Darlene, I don't remember exactly, but do you remember how much we paid for that thing?
A whole heck of a lot more for that Camco.
Yeah, we bought that at Camping World a long time ago. And I just remember going, dang, that's expensive. So $62 at time of, when we, the big one. Yeah, this is the big one. They do make them in all different sizes. In fact, I was waiting for mine to arrive. I went to the dump station, got to chit-chatting with another guy that was there, and he had one of these in the back of his truck. Now, he had the smaller one, and he was using it for fresh water. I thought, and so I was looking at his fittings. I actually took pictures of his fittings and everything. And so I think you're going to see a lot more of these on the road, because I mean, the value that you get for the money. And again, once this thing is empty, we can fold it back down, put it in a plastic bin, as opposed to this, which we have to put that, we always put it in the back of our truck because, you know, we have a toy hauler. We can't put it on the back like a lot of people strap it to their ladders, which again, that's a pain. So, okay, so I digress. So here's how this thing works. So again, we'll put all these links in the description because you want to make sure that you pick up the right stuff. But there's a way when we go to the dump station, which we're going to do here in a minute, this just fits down in there like that, and then you just let the valve go and wait. So yeah, if you're looking for frankly a more affordable, just better solution, because here's the thing, you know, this is only 36 gallon. We're here boondocking, and Darlene basically each and I, we have our own bathrooms, right? So we have 50-gallon tanks, both of us, right? So, you know, I got 36 gallons to work with on this thing. So I felt like I was going to the dump station, you know, after our initial phase of being here for a week or so, and the tanks got all filled up. Well, I could only put 30, you know, I was basically emptying 18 gallons out of each tank, and then I'd go to the dump station, come back, and then it got into this cycle where I felt like I was going to the dump station every few days, you know. And so this allows me basically to completely empty them along with the kitchen tank and make one trip. I mean, I just think it's awesome. It's, you know, there's definitely some work involved with doing the fittings. You know, I highly, highly recommend, if you don't know what pipe dope is, it's kind of like this. You can get it in any hardware store. Again, we'll put a link in the description where it's almost like a glue, if you will. Plumbers use it. So you want to put plumber's tape on there, but you also want to put this pipe dope on there. And I'm telling you, it will not leak. I've done it, any plumbing jobs that I've done on the RV, I always do that. And it's just superior to just using the plumber's tape. So another thing you got to keep in mind, we did the math. This thing probably weighs about 1,100 pounds right now because, you know, liquid is extremely heavy. So, but it does have straps in all four corners. We're going to strap it up. I'll figure out a way. I might actually maybe even strap it to the hitch, or of course I've got the things I can strap it to in the truck, but just for safety, obviously. But, you know, you do need to keep in mind, you know, it's just going to make sense if you have it running off the end like this, because otherwise it's probably just not going to flow out easily. I mean, I guess you maybe could put it sideways and have it, you know, to where but I think that would put pressure on the valve. I don't know. I like it hanging off like this. I just think it's the better route to go. So yeah, that's it. So we're going to go dump, and we're going to see how well this works. Okay, here we are at the dump station. Here's in Poncha Springs. They got this great little visitor center that has a dump station. They've got free water, and they've got a rest area over there. But now the dump station is $10, which I still think is great. It's much better than the $20 cash money that guy wants in Buena Vista. But, you know, again, making the point that at 36 gallons at a time, you know, I'm not quick enough on the math, but I would have to come back 3 times to get as much as what I'm going to get out of this in one trip. So it literally cuts our cost by a third. So I just strapped it up right here. This was my first attempt. I may come up with a better system in the future, but this worked good enough. Got us here because this is it was about a 20-25 minute drive just to get here. And we went through some very bumpy terrain. So that goes like that. And then we're going to have to pay for the station. Hey, it's Barry from the future here, and we just, it's been a few days since we were at the dump station, and we got to thinking about the process. The fact is, this absolutely worked. No leaks, nothing like that. The only problem is that you can notice it's kind of small, so it was pretty slow on draining the tank. And so, you know, we had a few RVs behind us, and I was starting to get the stink eye, pun intended, from a few of those people, and it was just taking a really long time to get 100+ gallons of this thing to drain. So we thought, you know what, there's got to be a better way, and there is. Took some research, but what I found, I got this over at Ace Hardware. It's just, I'll put all the, the links. You can buy them on Amazon, but they always want to sell you like 2 or 4 at a time. You don't need that many. But this, you'll definitely probably need to order on Amazon. And it just goes in here like this. And so this is going to insert like this. So we're going to remove that hose completely. And there's an adapter. Now I don't have it yet, but I've ordered it from Amazon. And it's basically, it's the thing that's going to allow us to connect these together. So, and we got to make sure that we get that in, because this is the end that goes down into the dump station. It always goes in this direction. So, so I will show it on screen. You'll be able to see the link below. So we're just missing that one fitting. So when that happens, that'll be so much better, because we'll be able to disconnect this and put it away as normal. And then we'll, and it'll just be just this fitting instead of having this hose. It's kind of like permanently attached. So we just think that that's going to be a much better solution. Should drain a lot faster, which when you're trying to drain 100+ gallons, that's going to make a big difference. So we're just really thrilled about this solution for a number of reasons. For one, remember, when this thing is completely empty, it should be able to fold down. I got a tote at Walmart the other day for $9 on sale, and you tote it down and fold it down. You can put it in the bin, snap it up, and then store it away in the RV somewhere, the back of the truck or whatever, which is going to save us a ton of space, because we're really thinking about getting rid of our Camco tote, just because, it takes up so much space. We've always got to lift it up, and it's kind of heavy, and you put it in the back of the truck, and then you got to take it out, and, it just, yeah. So we just think we don't really need it. Now, you might say, well, the benefit of the Camco tote is that it does have wheels, and you can attach it to your hitch on the back of the truck in the case where you're at a campground that does not have a dump station at your RV site, but does have one maybe at the front of the RV park. We've done that. We've made videos about it. We've only, in 2+ years of full-time RVing, we've had to use that in maybe 2, maybe 3 situations. It just rarely ever happens. And even in that situation, you could absolutely use this tote. And again, you can get a lot more in there at once, because you can only do 36 gallons at a time using the Camco tote. So we just think that this is a better solution overall. So we're really thinking about getting rid of the tote. Leave the comments below. What do you think? I mean, the thing you are going to need, if you don't have a macerator pump or don't have any of that kind of stuff, yeah, this solution's still going to cost some money. But still, at the end of the day, we just think it's better. The core factor is that, especially when you're boondocking, you don't want to have to go to the dump station any more than you have to, right? So being able to do 143 gallons at once, and you can drain 3 tanks into this thing at 50-gallon tanks each, that's a huge benefit. So we're a huge fan, and it costs a lot less money. So you can't beat it.
Nestled in the high mountains between Buena Vista and Salida, Colorado, is Saint Elmo, a remarkably preserved piece of Colorado's mining history. Our adventure begins on Chalk Creek Drive, where an exciting journey through vibrant foliage awaits. As we wind our way up the 23-mile dirt road, yes, dirt road, we're surrounded by a sea of gold and yellow thanks to the rapidly changing aspens. The drive itself is a spectacle, with each turn revealing new vistas of Colorado's stunning fall transformation. As we climb to 10,000 feet, we find the weathered town of Saint Elmo. Founded in 1880, this mining town was once home to 2,000 residents. Saint Elmo thrived on the wealth of the Mary Murphy mine, which yielded $60 million in today's gold value. But as the ore dwindled in the 1920s, so did the town's fortunes. Today, Saint Elmo stands as a living museum. Its general store still open seasonally. Our visit catches the town in its final days before winter closure. The golden leaves a fitting backdrop to this slice of preserved history. As we depart through the tunnel of aspens, we carry with us a spirit of the Old West and the fleeting beauty of Colorado's high country in autumn.
All right, Mama, what's cooking?
Oh, well, today is use the last bit of the food before it goes bad night.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was a night.
Yeah, I haven't went to the grocery in a little bit and had some stuff going bad. So, I have cauliflower, kind of roasting in the oven. And I just put some like garlic, pepper, salt, paprika, chili powder, olive oil on it. Just roasted it off. And the oven is shut off probably about 5 times. I hate these ovens. However, I will not do without it. I love it. I don't want a convection oven. I like the gas. It just is temperamental. Some days it's no problem. Today it was a problem.
So any oven companies out there that have a better product, let's talk.
Yeah, so you appliance guys, hook me up with something better than this. So anyways, so this burner wouldn't light either. Never done that before, so I had to use the back burner. But it's fine. It ended up being fine in the end. But you know what I did is I had some mushrooms getting ready to go bad. So I just sauteed them with garlic and salt, pepper, and some Italian seasoning. And then I had frozen peas, like the little bag of frozen peas that was left. It was just like a little after 2 probably. And I put some butter and just mixed it up. So that's the side. And the funny part about the chicken, come out to the Blackstone. Step over, Hugo. So the chicken, I went to the grocery and they had this crazy good sale on tenders, of all things. And, oh yeah, they're almost done. So it was a great price. I wouldn't normally do tenders, but when the price is right, I'll get it. So I have a bunch of chicken, which I marinated for a couple hours. And I'll try to put maybe the marinade either in the description or it's my go-to marinade. It's like my tastiest one. I'll put it in the description. Maybe I'll throw it on the screen or something. But
what's with the sausages?
It's chicken sausages. They're chicken Gouda something.
You get those at Costco or something?
No, I just got this at the little neighborhood store down in Buena Vista. So, but so that's almost done. So the chicken will be reused. We'll only eat half of it, and I'll make quesadillas with it tomorrow.
There you go.
So that's your tip. Always make extra so that you can have lunches and or another meal.
Because I'm the leftover king.
Yeah, he is a leftover king.
If it's leftover, I will eat it.
So this is our new Blackstone table. First time I'm using it. It's okay. I think it's better than here. Well, look at the one we had before. It's a little weathered. It's denting and water intrusion, so it was not holding up very well. It's really not meant for outside. So this one's meant for outside. It's not going to pool the water because it's got the grate.
Well, didn't we have the storm? Did you have it out for that?
Yeah, we had a big old storm.
Yeah,
and
so
so now no water pools on it. And it's got 2 little side things and a little net underneath. I like it. I mean, with the Blackstone on top of it, it's totally fine because it's weighted down. I think maybe if you didn't have anything on it, I don't know. But I really think this is going to be a good one. So I will report back after using it a while how it holds up. The true test is, does it rust? You know, can we close it up and open it up every time we move and feel like it's good? So that will be the true test. But I'm liking it so far. I'll put the link in our Amazon store if anyone's interested.
So we hope you've enjoyed this video and that you've gotten a lot out of it. And the cool thing is, if you're watching this video when it first comes out, Prime Day is coming up soon.
Yeah, Tuesday and Wednesday are Prime Days. So this tote, all of the cool stuff that we've shown on our boondocking videos, our favorite things, all the stuff in the Amazon store, make sure you're on our email list because I'm going to send out a message to everyone on the list to let you know when Prime Day hits, you know, like what's the really good stuff that's on sale that RVers want to know about. So be sure to, if you get on the list, that's one thing, but go look at our Amazon store on Tuesday and see if there's some things that you might be able to use in your RV life because they're probably going to be on sale.
Yeah, to sign up for our email list, go to likethere'snotomorrow.net. You'll see the form right there. We have a bunch of cool stuff that you can get for free on there. We've got like a solar download sheet. We've got our budget sheet. Yeah. You know, so all sorts. It's not just signing up for a list. You actually get something in return.
That's right.
Yeah. So sign up for the list, and we will see you next week.